Today we're going to be looking at 3 different outside the waistband holsters. If you're going to decide to open carry once it becomes legal here in South Carolina, then you've got some options that you can use to open carry your gun. The first one here that we're going to look at is just a standard leather holster, and then we've got the Safariland GLS system here, and then this Safariland 6360 holster here. So let's take a look at the leather one first. So this is a standard outside the waistband holster made by DeSantis. It doesn't have any type of strap that comes over the gun to aid in retention of the gun. So this is more along the lines of just an open top holster, not really a whole lot of retention at all in this one because it just comes straight out. If somebody was to try to come up behind you and grab your gun, then it'd be very easy for them to be able to pull the gun out. The holster is comfortable to wear. It holds the gun in place, but it doesn't have a whole lot of retention to it. So if you're going to do concealed carry and have it outside the waistband, then as long as your cover garment is long enough, something like this would work for you. But for open carry, where you want to have a little bit of retention on the gun, then this one's not going to be that great of an option for you because somebody could even be beside you or in front of you and grab your gun out of this holster pretty easily if you get into a scuffle with somebody when you're carrying a gun. Okay, so let's look at the next one here by Safariland, and this one is designed for lots of different guns. We've got a separate review on this holster, and it shows on the label all the different guns that are compatible with this holster. And it's got some different adjustments that you can make to make it fit your gun. But this one is a paddle holster, so it doesn't have to worry about running the belt through it, so it's a little bit easier to take on and off. And it's got the grip lock system here, which is this lever right here. So let me put this one on and I'll show you what it looks like. The thing about the outside the waistband holsters, especially the ones with the belt, is if you're going into somewhere that doesn't allow firearms, then you're going to have to take off the gun. So anything that has a belt running through it is going to be a little more aggravating to try to take your gun on and off when you're in your vehicle to leave it in your truck, car, whatever you got. One like this is going to be a little bit easier to get on and off. So to put this one on, take the paddle, push it out a little bit so that it can slide in between your shirt and pants. And then it's got a catch on the back side of the holster itself so that when you pull the holster up, it catches on the bottom side of the belt so that you can't just pull the holster right out. You've got to pull that away from the belt to be able to get the holster back out. And so that little piece right there is what holds it under the belt. Okay, so it's grabbed in on there now. So when you're putting the gun in, this locks in place there, and until you press the lever to get it to release, then the gun is in place. This one is a level 1 retention holster because it's got just the one mechanism here that's holding everything in place. So to release the gun, when you start to get your firing grip, put your hand on, and then as you bring the middle finger in and get it high up toward the trigger guard, it automatically presses the release lever, and then you can just draw the gun straight up. So that lever there in the back is what you're trying to press. So when you assume your firing grip, you press that in, and then you can bring the gun out. So it's a really easy draw with this holster. Once you get your grip, it automatically presses that release right there, that piece right there that's moving. That's what releases the gun. So it's locked in, and then one of the other adjustments on this holster is this screw back here at the back. It adjusts a piece here that catches on the bottom side of the trigger guard to give it a little more tension, holding everything in place. So it has a block in there that it pushes a little bit closer to the trigger guard to give it a little more tension so that it doesn't wiggle around in the holster. So that's the 578 GLS. That's the box that this one comes in, and it is the 578 GLS. It's the GLS Pro Fit. So it comes with the paddle holster, but it also has an adapter that you can use it as a belt holster if you want to do it that way, to keep it from being able to come on and off as easy. Okay, the last one that we're going to look at is the Safariland 6360. This one is a level 3 holster because it has a tension screw here that holds the gun a little tighter. Then it has the automatic locking system, which holds the gun in place, and then it also has the safety locking system, which goes over the back of the slide to really secure the gun. So you got 1, 2, 3 levels of retention on this holster. So let's put this one on, see what it looks like. And this one is really designed to be a duty holster for law enforcement. So it's got a lot wider belt slot than even like the DeSantis holster did. This one's designed for up to like 1 3/4 inches. Most time 1.5 inches is what people are going to be wearing. So this holster here, it can take up to a 2.5-inch duty belt. So like I said, this one's designed more for law enforcement than just for a regular carry. But if you want something that is got a lot of retention on it, so you don't have to worry about somebody trying to pull your gun out of your holster, then this one is the way to go. So with this holster, you have the tension, and then you can hear the click once the gun goes in. It's locked the gun in place. So without the strap on top of it, this one is a level 2 holster, and Safariland makes this same holster without the strap. It's a different number than 6360, but it would be a level 2 holster. So, and then when you flip that strap back over the back of the slide, then you have the level 3 holster. This holster is very easy to get the gun out of, as long as you know where the release levers are when you're starting to pull the gun out, so that it is really easy to draw the gun out. Doesn't quite come out quite as quick as it did out of the DeSantis holster when you just pull the gun straight out, but once you've practiced this several times, it's pretty easy to get the gun out. So all you do is you assume your normal grip, and then you press down and push forward on the strap, and you pull back on the ALS lever, and it lets the gun come straight out. So do that as a draw stroke, and the more you practice it, the faster that becomes. and you don't have to worry about somebody being able to come up behind you, grab the gun, and pull it out of your holster. And this one also has another safety mechanism built in for you, the wearer, so that if somebody is trying to come up behind you and grab your gun, you can push this cover down over the top of the levers, and it keeps the person from being able to manipulate either one of the levers here, because that piece of plastic is coming down over the top of the levers here, so you can't get the gun out. Wearing it around your house, doing yard work or something like that, and you want outside the waistband, this one is great for that. Keeps it from rubbing on the inside of your waist if you normally carry inside the waistband, like I normally do. A holster like this, when you're doing yard work and you want to keep your gun with you, keep it away from the body a little bit to keep sweat off of it, holster like this is great. But if you're going to be open carrying with it, I would not recommend going out in public with a holster like this, open carry. Very easy to get the gun out of it. The GLS system, this is kind of the minimum of what I would recommend that you open carry with, because it does have the level 1 retention on it. Got the lever that you have to press to be able to get the gun out. So it's a good option for open carry. And it is more reasonably priced than the level 3 retention system is. This one won't set you back near as much as the level 3 does. But if you want to go with all the safety that you can get on the gun, then the level 3 system like this from Safariland is going to be a great option for you to use. And we've got a separate review on this holster if you want to go a little bit more in depth with it. But check out doublelegalgunworks.com for more information, and like and subscribe down at the bottom. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.